Alright, so I'm in a parking lot with like a shoe store and like Staples and like grocery stores and stuff, and it just made me kind of think that I remember this grocery store right here, Albertsons. It's like right by my house, and I used to come here a lot when I was younger. Um, and I remember one time in particular, I came here. It was just me and my sister, and for some reason she was like pissed off at me, and I was pissed off at her. And this was like when we were young. We were like maybe like, you know, like I think I was like 13 or 14 at the time, so you know it was like 5 years ago. And I remember we were here and we were shopping, and we were just getting like groceries and stuff for like our mom, and like, you know, whatever, like, you know, normal kids, just, you know, whatever. And I remember, I'm not gonna go into details about it, but like it's really funny now that like when I think about it, because like me and my sister, like with how we are, we're like completely opposite, and we've always got along even though we didn't get along. Like, she was my best friend through, you know, all my entire childhood and everything until she moved out, because she's like 3 years older than I am. So yeah. Anyway, I remember we were just shopping normally, you know, and then I did something that pissed her off, and I knew I did something that pissed her off, and I just kept going along with it because I was pissed too, and I was just trying to prove a point, you know, have my pride and whatever. And I remember she came up to me because I was walking in front of her. It was like right in front of the like where you check out, so like right in front of the aisles where everyone could see and everything. And I remember she told me not to do something, so I did it, and she punched me in the face. And it's really funny now that I think about it, but because she literally punched me in the face. It was like, you know, like straight in my face, you know, like on my nose. You know, my nose wasn't broken or anything like that, but I remember it hurt for like a week. And then after that, she punched me in the face, and the very first thing I did was like, because like you know, I've never been in like a real, that's not true. The only like real physical contact I've ever had with people, like in a negative sense, is is wrestling, because I wrestled for like 6 years when I was like in elementary school and whatever. So, you know, immediately if somebody punches me in the face or whatever, the very first thing, oh my fucking god, the very first thing I'm gonna do is like put them in a headlock, or, you know, whatever. Because, is that what it's called? I don't remember if that's what it's called, but I feel like that's right. Anyway, you know, my very first instinct is to just like wrestle, because that's what I did for so long when I was younger, and it was just kind of stuck in my head, you know. So I remember she punched me in the face, and I just kind of like, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure it had something to do with my whole wrestling background or whatever. But we were on the ground, and we were trying to choke each other, and finally I like threw her away from me, and I got up and I just walked out. I didn't say a single damn word to her, and I started walking home. And while I was walking home, right in front of like, because it's like one of those places where it's just like all along here, it's a bunch of different stores, and then there's like pillars and like little like things. Anyway, I don't know why I described that to you, because it doesn't matter, but I was walking on the, like underneath, like, you know, next to some pillars and like whatever, still on the sidewalk, and I'm like right after I got out of the store, and I called my mom, and I was like, yeah, so, you know, she punched me in the face, and I don't know what to do with myself, and she just told me to come home, and that she would, you know, figure it out and whatever. Like, I was so pissed off that I just left her in there, and that's it. Like, I've never asked what she did after that or whatever, because I don't want to bring it up, but I remember I think it was later that night. I want to say it was maybe like 9 or 10 at night, and a police came to our house. And it's funny because I actually knew who she was, because she was my school's resource officer at the time. So, you know, she knew who I was, and I knew exactly who she was. And it was just kind of funny because, like, she had both of us explain, like, what happened. And she told us just to be careful, because, you know, even though we're siblings and whatever, like, it's still, you know, I don't know, it's still a dangerous thing and whatever. I don't remember exactly what she said, but I remember it was a really funny thing because of who it happened to be at the time, you know. Like, it could have been any police officer in this entire city, and it happened to be her, and I knew her. I don't know. I just thought it was really funny. So anyway, that's the time that my sister punched me in the face. She's never punched me other than that, so that's good. So yeah, it's funny because me and my sister, like, even now, like, even if I hang out with her or whatever, like, she's still, like, one of my best friends, honestly. Like, I don't know, we've always got along at the same time that we didn't, you know, there are certain things that we didn't agree with, but I don't know, we made it work, so it's not too bad. But me and my sister have a really good relationship, so I'm not saying this because I hate her or anything, because I don't. I love my sister to death. So this is, it's just kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, I will see you guys later.